The oldest monument in Rome isn't actually from Rome. In the heart of Rome, where history echoes through the streets and monuments stand as silent witness to the past, one ancient structure stands tall, a marvel of engineering and a symbol of ancient cultural exchange. This is the story of the Lateran Obelisk, the oldest and tallest obelisk in Rome. Currently standing in the Piazza di San Giovanni in Laterano beside the cathedral of the same name, the Lateran Obelisk stands at a height of 45 meters and weighing 330 tons, making it the largest in Rome. Its age is uncertain due to the absence of hieroglyphs, but it is believed to have been quarried in the 15th century BC, and that too in the ancient quarry of Aswan in Egypt. What is an ancient Egyptian monolith doing in Rome, and how did it reach there? The story of its journey from Egypt to Rome is just as marvelous as its awe-inspiring presence. It is believed to be the sister obelisk to the famed unfinished obelisk in Aswan that still rests in the quarry of Aswan, as it was never extracted from the rock bed. What is most intriguing about this obelisk is the opportunity to trace its history from ancient Egypt to papal Rome through the very inscriptions that are carved on it. The oldest and most authentic inscription on this granite from the Egyptian quarry of Aswan is intricately engraved with hieroglyphs. The hieroglyphs adorn every side of the obelisk, meticulously carved from its pinnacle to its base. The translations of these have unveiled a profound dedication to Amun-Ra, the god of the sun and esteemed protector of Thebes. Furthermore, the inscription provides a detailed account of the monument's construction and its historical significance. It says, "Thutmose III has made his memorial to his father Amun-Ra, lord of the seat of the upper and lower countries, has erected an obelisk at the gateway of the temple before Thebes. The descendant of the sun, Thutmose IV, diadem of diadems, set it up in Thebes. He capped it with gold. Its beauty illuminates Thebes. Sculptured in the name of his father, the good god Ra-Men-Keper Thutmose III, the king of the upper and lower country. Lord of the two countries, Ra-Men-Keperu Thutmose IV, did it wishing that the name of his father should remain fixed in the house of the Amun. The descendant of the sun, Thutmose IV, giver of life, did it." The obelisk was first raised in Thebes, positioned at the gateway to the temple of Amun-Ra, by Pharaohs Thutmose III and IV, ruling from 1479 to 1391 BC. This places the origin of this obelisk in the 15th century BC, making it potentially the most ancient artifact in Rome. It lay in Thebes for approximately the next 1800 years, which is more than the time it has spent in Rome. The Latin inscriptions, positioned beneath the hieroglyphs, narrate the subsequent chapters of the obelisk's journey, starting from its extraction from Egypt and concluding with its installation in front of the Lateran Cathedral. The story takes a dramatic turn in the 4th century AD when Egypt was under Roman control. The Roman Emperor Constantius II, captivated by the grandeur of Egyptian monuments, ordered the massive obelisk to be transported to Rome. This monumental task required meticulous planning and unprecedented engineering. The inscription on the northern side recounts the story of Emperor Constantine, the protector and defender of the Christian faith. He ordered the obelisk to be brought from Egypt to adorn the new capital he was building in the east in Constantinople, and was referred to as the New Rome. During the early 4th century AD, Constantine emerged victorious over Maxentius in the Battle of Milvian Bridge and subsequently legalized Christianity. He wished for the new capital to emulate the old one. As part of his efforts to replicate the grandeur of the old capital, he intended to embellish Constantinople with obelisks, a tradition followed by previous emperors, including Augustus. The obelisk was transported, through a monumental effort, through the Nile to Alexandria, where it awaited its journey to Constantinople. However, as it turned out, the obelisk never reached its intended destination. According to the inscription on the eastern side, it remained in Alexandria for a considerable period of time before Constantius II, the son and successor of Constantine, gave the order to transport it to Rome in 357 AD. The obelisk was placed on an enormous ship and transported across the sea and up the Tiber River to Rome. Its purpose was to be erected in the Circus Maximus, serving as a prominent fixture in the center of the city. For many years, along with the obelisk that now stands in the Piazza del Popolo, the obelisk served as the meta, the turning post around which the chariots raced, adorning the spina of the great racetrack in the center of the city. Not much information is available regarding the subsequent stage of the obelisk's history. However, it is believed that due to an earthquake or a flood of the Tiber River, the obelisk toppled. There, it remained buried in the ruins of the Circus Maximus for several centuries until Pope Sixtus V and his chief architect Domenico Fontana, renowned for their expertise in erecting obelisks, excavated it in 1587. The inscription on the western side provides details about the excavation and subsequent reconstruction, along with a new dedication to Christianity. It was discovered in fragments, damaged over time, and buried deep in the mud of the circus. 4 meters were removed from the bottom, which amounted to a staggering 120 tons of granite, and that material was utilized in the restoration process. The obelisk was then relocated and erected outside the renowned baptistery of the Lateran Cathedral the following year, replacing the well-known equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius that had been transferred to the Capitoline. Additionally, Sixtus oversaw the construction of a new base, included the aforementioned inscriptions, and rededicated the monument to the indomitable cross, which is written as Cruci Invictissimi Dicavit on the stone. The term Invictissimi in this context is a clever reference to in hoc signo vinces, the renowned phrase that Constantine heard during his vision prior to the Battle of Milvian Bridge, which he attributed his triumph to. By employing the chi rho, the initial 2 Greek letters of Christ's name arranged in the form of a cross, as his military emblem, he vanquished Maxentius. This solidified his position as the sole ruler and subsequently granted legal status to Christianity across the entire empire. The allusion to the crux invictissima subtly evokes Constantine's triumphant achievement in the obelisk. The commemoration of Constantine's baptism by Pope Sylvester, an event believed to have taken place in the baptistery, is inscribed on the south side. Additionally, the emperor is referred to as the victor per crucem, meaning victor through the cross, in reference to his vision prior to the Battle of Milvian Bridge. Upon unearthing the obelisk in ruins at the Circus Maximus, Sixtus V and his engineers discovered a Latin inscription inscribed on its lower portions by Constantius II. The inscription was reconstructed, documented, and then disassembled, with the components used to mend the damaged obelisk. Despite the preservation of the text, the inscription itself is no longer physically present. Consisting of 4 stanzas of hexameters, 1 on each side of the obelisk, it recounts the journey of the obelisk from Egypt to Rome. Constantine, in the first stanza, orders the relocation of the obelisk from Thebes to embellish his newly established city. His father, wishing it to be a decoration of the city of his name, tore this splendor from the cut cliff of Thebes. This city of his name was Constantinople, the new capital in the eastern region that carried his name. The inscription suggests that he is not only the father of the city, but also of Constantius. The next section of the poem describes the setback in Alexandria, causing delay in moving the stone, commending Constantius for his courage in taking on the challenging responsibility of relocating it to Rome. But Constantius, the Lord of the world, trusting that everything yields to virtue, ordered the not small part of a mountain to advance over the lands and entrusted it to the swelling sea. The emphasis on the challenge of transporting the monument serves to commend the emperor for his remarkable achievement, suggesting that even nature yielded to his command. These lines convey that he did not simply command men to transport an obelisk across the ocean, but rather to move a mountain across both land and sea. The third section goes on to detail additional setbacks, this time in the process of erecting the obelisk once it had arrived in Rome, underscoring once more the challenges presented by this massive monument. While a foul tyrant was laying waste to Rome, the gift of Augustus and the zeal for erecting it lay waiting, spurned not because it was rejected, but because no one believed that a work of such mass could rise into the upper airs. 2 main factors contributed to this delay. Firstly, Magnentius, a general from Gaul serving in the Roman army, had established authority in Rome and effectively ruled over the Italian peninsula after being declared emperor by his troops. Additionally, the monumental challenge of erecting the obelisk was already there. After the triumph over Magnentius, the obelisk is finally raised in Rome as depicted in the concluding stanza. When the emperor is brought back after the tyrant's murder, a way having been found to Rome through courage, the rejoicing victor erects this obelisk, a lofty trophy for the city, and the emperor's gift, with triumphs worthy indeed. Following his triumphs over Magnentius at Mursa Major in 351 AD and Mons Seleucus in 353 AD, Constantius reclaimed authority over the empire and constructed the obelisk in the Circus Maximus as a symbol of his victory. The inscription indicates that he arrived in Rome through his own strength and bravery, suggesting that the Romans' capability to raise obelisks, which they had lost during the usurper's rule, had been reinstated with Constantius's triumph. So, by examining these three sources, all of which were inscribed directly onto the monument itself, one is able to uncover the extensive and intricate history of the magnificent Egyptian monolith. From its construction in Thebes in the 15th century AD for the temple of Amun-Ra, where it remained for 18 centuries, to the time it was moved to Alexandria. From its 2-decade stay in Alexandria till this 455-ton stone was finally moved to Rome by Constantine's son. From its time in Rome till it was finally erected in Circus Maximus. From the damage it received from nature's elements till it was rediscovered in 1580s by Pope Sixtus, who had it relocated to Piazza, this stone carries 300 tons and 3,500 years of eventful history. From the mountains of Aswan to the heart of Rome, the journey of the Lateran Obelisk is a testament to human ambition, resilience, and the enduring power of history. It reminds us that while empires may fall, their legacies can stand the test of time. To continue your ancient adventures, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Till the next time, this is Ancient Secrets.